chapter 2, 14 through 26, is talking about faith without works is dead. And James 2, 15 through 17, go there with me, please. It says, "What does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can faith save him? A brother or sister is naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you says to them, 'Depart in peace, be warmed and filled.' But you do not give them the things which are needed for the body. What does it profit? Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead." As we see here in James 14 through 17, workless faith does not work for people in need. Faith without works is dead, as it says here in verse 17. James 2, 18 through 20 says, "But someone will say, 'You have faith, and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works.' You believe that there is one God? You do well. Even the demons believe and tremble. But do you want to know, O foolish man, that faith without works is dead? Workless faith does not work for justification before God. Even demons believe the God exists." In verse 18 and 20. So, in these verses, faith without works does not work. In James 21 through 24, it says, "Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he offered Isaac his son on the altar? Do you see that faith was working together with his works, and by works faith was made perfect? And the scripture was fulfilled, which says, 'Abraham believed God, and it was accounted to him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of God.' You see then that the man is justified by works and not by faith only." So, genuine faith does work for justification before God. Abraham believed there was a God, and he was willing to give his only son for him. James 25 through 26 says, "Likewise was not Rahab the harlot also justified by works when she received the messenger and sent them out another way? For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also." Genuine faith does work for people in need. Rahab aids the Israelite spies in verse 25. James 24 and 26 makes the case that how one acts their works are a sign of what kind of faith they possess. So-called faith, which does not lead a person to participate in good works, is not a saving faith. It is dead. The third case presented is the example of Abraham. Did Abraham have actions behind his faith? The answer is that he absolutely did. He showed his faith through the activity of offering up his son, Isaac, on the altar. We do not have the time to retell the complete story to which James is referring. I encourage you to read James 22 and see the amazing faith of Abraham that is recorded. To simplify the story, Abraham is told to offer his only son on the altar to God. Of course, this command does not make any sense, but Abraham goes to obey this command without questioning or hesitation. He goes up to that mountain, and he is ready to sacrifice his son. Abraham is an example of faith that saves. Abraham's faith is contrasted with the person who says he has faith apart from activity. Abraham was not saved apart from activity. Notice this point in verse 22. You see that faith has acted active along with his works, and faith was completed by his works. Faith must be active. Faith must be doing something, or it is not faith that saves. Faith is completed by our works. Our faith is carried out and revealed by what we do. Works cannot be separated from faith. Activity cannot be removed from belief. Faith and works were cooperating together.